Hello, my name's Oso, and today we're going to be going over Vanguard for Stormgate. Vanguard is the typical human race. It is, if you're familiar with real-time strategy games, you will feel very comfortable playing as Vanguard. But there are a few new additions to Stormgate that make Vanguard unique, and I wanted to go over them right now. So, first is the command post. This is your main hub. It constructs bobs, which are your standard builders, and it can be upgraded to the central command as such to activate tier 2. There does appear to be a tier 3 unlock available, but it is locked off right now in this current build. So you can construct the high command, but we're not available to do that right now during this beta. The bobs are your standard builders. They are able to build anything that is available for structures. You send one bob, they will go ahead and construct. And you can also send multiple bobs to go and help with the construction, increasing the speed. And there's no additional cost to your resources. The other thing that you can do is, you can see up here on the top, you have special abilities. This bob overcharge will enhance all the bobs, further increasing their construction speed. It also increases their armor and damage as well. So you can see right here, we're rapidly constructing another command post. Wonderful. The habitat is the supply depots of the Vanguard. It naturally will provide 10 supply, and once the central command is upgraded, you are able to choose between two upgrades, the solar habitat and the rampart, which will both add an additional 5 supplies, so up to 15. The solar habitat has a passive ability, which you can redirect to any structure, and this will increase the production and attack speed of a nearby structure by 25%. So you can see here, we are now increasing the production of our Lancer by 25%. The barracks is where we train our infantry. We start off with the Lancer and the Scout. The Lancer is a melee unit and is intended to be the front line of any attack force that you create. They don't do that much damage, but they are kind of like a meat shield for them. The Scout, on the other hand, is a very fast quote-unquote scout that has an ability to extend its range for a short duration of time, but they are mostly intentional for some harassment and like early game harassment and just scouting out the area. So they are very fast compared to any other unit in the game. Once you construct a biokinetic slab, which is similar to the Academy, you will unlock the EXO, and the EXO is a ranged infantry. They are similar to the kind of like the Marine or the Riflemen from Warcraft 3, where they do rely on Lancers to kind of take hits for them. But they are very good at dealing a lot of damage. So you can see here, they have 180 health, 0 armor, whereas the Lancers have 5 armor and 240 health. They are also a lot more expensive, being 125 Luminite and 25 Ethereum. And finally, once we have upgraded to the Central Command, we unlock the Med Tech. And the Med Tech is very much like the Medic. They do have an attack called the Pulse Gauntlets, but their main purpose is to heal biological units. They do have a Nanoswarm ability once you unlock their Adept training, which will provide a healing buff to a mechanical unit, and that will also passively heal other mechanical nearby mechanical units as well. So that is the infantry. We also have the sentry post over here. The sentry post will naturally have a kind of like a Gauss rifle. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it's, you know, better than nothing. But the unique thing about it is that any infantry can go step inside, and this will change the sentry post. So throwing a bomb in here will create the Repair-O-Matic. This will repair nearby structures. The scout will create a sentry array, and this will give an inactive ability where we can see even further out ahead. The Lancer will put in a buzzsaw cannon, and this will have a this will upgrade the attack, and will also bounce to other enemies. And then finally, the Exo creates the flak cannon, just upgrading the damage. And the med tech will create a med station that will have a passive heal that is in a pretty sizable area, I would say. So, I think that's pretty cool for the sentry post. Then over here on this side of the tech, we have the mech bay. Initially, you will start out with the Hedgehog. And the Hedgehog is a kind of like a scout. It is a fast-moving, and it has kind of like a rocket attack. And then it can deploy, and then it will now have a anti-air attack. So it is stationary during this time, but it does act like a SAM site, which is quite nice. So this is the passive heal for mechanical units, if you wanted to see that. So once you have upgraded to the Central Command, you will have access to the Vulcans, and the Vulcans are mech style, like a mech infantry. They have a chain gun, which will fire and damage in a line, and as it continues to fall, or as it continues to fire, it will do more damage over time. It also has a booster for it to reposition. It is a short distance, and does 50 damage and stun them enemies. And finally, we have the Atlas. The Atlas is a mech walker. It has a light gun, and then it can also deploy into a siege tank style for extra damage. It does have an upgrade called the Plasma Arc Infusion, which gives both weapons and a AoE fire effect on the ground to deal even more damage. But this does impact friendly units as well. And then finally we have the Hangar Bay. The Hangar Bay is home for all of the aircraft. The Hornet is a light scout unit that can be used for harassment. It was recently nerfed, but it does have the Yellow Jacket Stingers for anti-air, and the Reclaimer Stingers for anti-ground. These used to do a lot of damage, and it was very popular to mass Hornets and just go and murder the workers for your enemy. They have since been dropped just a little bit. They can still do their job pretty well. The Predator State upgrade is just to increase their speed even further. Then we have the evac. The evac is their transport.
Lay it on me.
Doesn't look like Bobs can go inside. But so if you need to bring people in or do a backdoor kind of assault, you can use the evac. They have an upgrade to increase their movement speed even further. They also can deploy an aerial mine.
On my way.
There is no radius, but presumably they will be able to hit enemy flyers that might be pursuing the evac. And then they also have a return to hangar, where they will move very quickly over to the hangar that they were produced in. And then the Sentinel is the kind of like the science vessel of the bunch. They have a pulse inhibitor, which is very short range, but it launches a missile in a target area. Upon impact, enemy units have their movement speed reduced by 25%, damage reduced by 40%, and vision reduced by 90%, and this lasts for 10 seconds. So very powerful ability. And then they also have a nano defense bubble, which reduces the damage from range attacks by 50%. So very powerful spellcaster, and they do have a phase disruptor so that they don't just run in to... It's not much, but at least they don't just go into melee range.
Proceeded. Full speed ahead. Oh, hello. Steady as she goes.
It does also appear that it grants vision of the units that it hits for 30 seconds. So didn't know about that. So yeah, and then they have unique to Vanguard. They have orbital energy. So we talked about the Bob overcharge. They also have a deploy a sensor drone. So you can deploy a drone anywhere from in the map. They're using a placeholder right now, but as you can see, once you choose the location, you cannot interact with it, but the enemy can use anti-air to take it out. And then they also have shields up, which will target one friendly unit for 10 seconds, absorbing 1,000 damage, which is quite a lot.
Top speed.
And then also unique to Vanguard is unit veterancy. So as you can see here, there are several units that have veterancy. Veterancy will provide a passive 20% health increase and 10% weapon damage for each rank. This goes up to 3 ranks. So as you can see here, a standard EXO has 150 health and will deal 19 damage.
What's the cinch?
A EXO with one veterancy will have 180 health and deal 20.9 damage. And a 2 rank will have 210 health and do 22.8 damage. So very nice for someone who can keep their units alive. They will get better over time, and this is currently unique to Vanguard. This is not something that the Infernals have.
Here I am.
So this would be a kind of standard army setup that you would have. The idea would be to have the Lancers up out in front, and then you have Exos in behind that are the damage dealers, and the Medtechs that are keeping everyone healthy. Then you have the Mechs that are in the back, and they are the ones that are doing the heavy lifting.
Trajectory locked in.
So we don't have anyone to attack, but we will just go over this like resource camp. You can see here they do a lot.
Attack order confirmed. Underway. Going now.
Insufficient energy.
Lay it on me.
So yeah, that is Vanguard. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to leave a like and comment below on anything that I may have missed. And stay tuned for my next video when we talk about the Infernal. Till then, see you next time. Take care.